Hey baby Cancers, happy Leo new moon. This is Astro Love Painter. I wanted to first invite you, if you wanted to look at your own chart, go to the introduction video on how to draw up your free natal chart as I walk you through that process. Secondly, how are you guys doing after that Capricorn new moon? I mean, it had to have affected every cardinal sign. Your cardinal, Libra's cardinal, Capricorn is cardinal, and Aries. So for me personally, that was major and deep, and it lasted all 2 weeks. I just got reprieve from it 2 days ago. Took that long for me to shift my perspective, and so it's some Saturn lessons going on. I don't know how it's affecting everybody else, but I had, when the full moon was conjunct Pluto, it was directly opposing my Saturn, which was over here actually in your sign of Cancer. And it was rough, man. So I decided to show more of my human side, and I have a series called the Shamanic Mysticism series, where you can follow my personal journey and evolutionary process all the way from the Capricorn full moon through this new moon and the solar eclipse on August 21st. So subscribe to the channel so you can see as I post those videos. I'll be putting them up every day for the next week. Now you have in your career house, you have Uranus speaking to this Mars activation of the new moon. So when Mars is conjunct the Sun, Mars is your drive, and it is giving inertia behind your soul expression. And Cancer, I know that security is important to you. So having this aspect going on in your second house, plus Mercury conjunct the North Node, and you've got a grand fire trine going from your 10th to your second, and then over to your 6th. So this is the workhouse, 6 is the workhouse, 10th is career, and then second. So we begin in the second, and these are the things that we value and we want to create for ourselves, and then we evolve over into the 6th house where we're working for other people, like your first job, maybe you worked at a grocery store. And then from there, as you built and you evolved, then you moved into what your career is, who you are, and your expression out into the world. So this is a big deal for you. It's a big deal for every single sign. There wasn't a sign that I said, nothing was happening. This is activation time. And this Mars Sun activation is going to be going on for 2.5 years. And it's happening in a fixed sign, so it is long lasting. And if you haven't already experienced that little bit of a ego struggle and fear with that Capricorn full moon, then you might keep struggling. It's time to surrender, listen to your higher power, your intuition, your guidance, and step into your power. Step into that Leo energy, that creative, passionate, heart-centered energy. So along with this fire trine, we have a T-square with Neptune at the center, and that is in your 9th house of belief systems, which might be a little foggy to you right now. Belief systems, theologies, philosophies, or you might be wanting to travel over water. Then you've got that aspecting at a 90 degree your 6th house of work, which is part of that fire trine that we were talking about, and at a 90 degree to your 12th house. So I think you're being called to leave the general population workplace, working for corporate America, and you're being called into your career and a greater expression of yourself. And to show you more of how this is a very stable energy, we have an iron butterfly here. An iron butterfly has two 90-degree angles, which are hard aspects. And then we've got a sextile, which is harmonious, and a trine, also harmonious. So Venus in a trine to Jupiter is expanding your desires. And then you've got Pluto and Neptune. So that transformation is happening on a very spiritual level, very deep and spiritual level. It is the phoenix rising all the way from the flame up into the watery, nebulous region of space and heaven. And then, Pluto aspecting Jupiter the way that it is, and it's the way that it transforms, it just tears things apart. It seems destructive. But the houses that this is affecting for you is your 12th house, 4th, so this is subconscious, home life, 7th, which is partnership, and 9th. If you are not at the moment partnered, romantically, I'm thinking that this is a relationship that could be business oriented. It doesn't mean it won't be romantic as well, but it could be a partner that brings security on all levels. And you need to pull that energy in, that really watery, nebulous, escapist energy that you have going on in your 9th house. You need to stabilize that here in your 3rd house, in your thinking. You need to ground your thinking. Put in some cognitive behavioral skills. Get some self-help books. If you have a core group, which you should, you're Cancer, you should have a core group of friends that are like family. You really need this grounding. You need to make a decision to stop floating around up here, okay? Time to ground. Time to put things into action. It's your time, Cancer. Get it. Enjoy the rest of your week. Any ideas that you feel that you're getting in, write them down, journal. Do not act upon anything new, as in partnerships, relationships, contracts, until the end of this week when you can see the first sliver of the new moon. Okay, guys. Love you. Namaste.